Mark, thanks. As we head into the summer season, it's important to be safe in the water. Here to tell us a little bit more about water safety is Ballad Health's Aquatic Coordinator, Amanda Holtsclaw. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Well, first off, according to the CDC, drowning is the #1 cause of death for children between the ages of 1 and 4 here in the U.S. What do parents need to know as we get ready to head into the holiday weekend where folks will be out in pools, they'll also be out on lakes all weekend long?
Yeah, water safety is definitely an important thing, no matter what kind of water you're going to be in, whether it's a kiddie pool, whether it's a pool that's shallow or deep, or especially in lakes. So obviously for those children who don't know how to swim and they're not comfortable to swim yet, any type of life preserver is always important, especially when on the boats or in the lakes. And then also swim lessons just in themselves, of being able for children to have those basic swim skills for floating or treading water, to be able to get themselves to safety whenever needed.
And let's talk about those swim lessons. How early can you start them?
Yeah, typically you can start as early as infants. The younger they are, when they get comfortable in the water, usually the quicker they can kind of progress with that.
And I know that, like you said, you can start as an infant, and is it good to maybe come back before summer and maybe just get a refresher every so often?
Absolutely, and we have a lot of people who do that, that it's usually not just a one-time thing, that over and it's done. It can kind of be like riding a bike, that you can go for a little while without swimming or bike riding and go right back into it, but especially since there's so much of a safety approach, it's always good to get a refresher.
And you offer lessons not just for kids, for adults too, right?
Absolutely, anywhere from 6 months starting all the way up to age 99.
So many options to be sure that you stay safe in the water. But speaking of adults, how can an adult intervene if they do see a child in danger in the water?
Yeah, typically drowning is kind of referred to as like the silent killer, because a lot of times you may not even notice, because there's not a whole lot of noise sometimes that's coming from the child. But mainly just keeping close eyes on your child, especially if they're younger. If you have pools in your backyard, trying to make sure that the children are never unsupervised in that area. And mainly for the parents, if they see a child struggling, it's always better to err on the side of caution, try to help them whenever they can, and just try not to panic.
Is there anything else you want folks to know as we head into this busy holiday weekend, where again we anticipate this to kind of be the unofficial kickoff to summer?
Yeah. Water and swimming are always so much fun, no matter what age. It's just, always just to keep in the back of your minds that safety is a really big, important aspect of that as well, along with having fun.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on First at 4. We want to remind you that the Wellness Center is holding summer group swim lessons. That's on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now, these are for children between the ages of 3 and 12. For more information about those lessons or others, if you're outside of that age range, you could call the Wellness Center right there at the number on your screen.